Okay.
All right. So, hi, Katie. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you? Of
Good. Thanks for doing this.
course.
Um,
Thanks.
s- yeah, of course. So today we have Katie, who is you're freshman, right?
Yeah.
Freshman at UPenn playing softball, and she is our 11th takeover guest and live interview. So, Katie, if you're ready, we can just get right into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, we just kind of want to start with where you started with softball and if you've been playing, how long you've been playing for, just kind of what got you started.
Yeah. So both of my parents played college sports and my mom played college softball.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of just like always been around. I started playing t-ball just like most other kids when I
Mm-hmm.
was like 4 or 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, I like really found that I loved it, and I started playing travel softball when I was 7 in the 8 and under league, and ever since then I've been playing travel softball. So I guess over 11 years now
Wow.
I've been playing travel. So
Nice. Did you always know that you wanted to play in college?
it was kind of always like not necessarily a given because I was never pushed into it,
Mm-hmm.
but it was kind of just something like softball was always my whole life almost.
Yeah.
So I kind of just knew from the very beginning that
Yeah.
like that was my ultimate goal. Yeah.
So how was the recruitment process for you, or what was that like?
Yeah, so I started kind of just like looking into different places, and I actually just moved from Maryland or from Philly to Maryland a little bit over a year and a half ago. So I was around Penn when I lived in Philly,
Mm-hmm.
and as soon as I stepped foot on like the campus, I was like, oh my gosh, I
Yeah.
love it here. Like I'm such a city girl. Like this is where I want to
Yeah.
be. So I started to just like put myself out there at Penn specifically. I still went to like other college camps and like looked into other places because can't rely on just one. But
Yeah.
went to a lot of the camps, and I'd say like the Penn camps are what really got me recruited.
Yeah.
And from there, I just kept emailing our coach's Coach King, and then she came and watched me, and it kind of took off from there.
Yeah. So what were you kind of looking for at each school when you were going to visit, and what were your key things that you knew you wanted to have in both a school and a team?
Yeah, so school's like always been my number one priority. Um, it's for both my brother and I in our house. And so I knew that I wanted to go to a school that would push me academically.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was looking for a softball program, I was looking at schools that had very good academic references. And so then once I looked at those schools, um, the softball team was not as much of a priority because I knew I wanted to play, but I
Yeah.
needed the academics first.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely when I was looking at the schools, I was looking for a coach and a team community that really made it feel like a family and like
Mm-hmm.
a home and like something I could rely on
Yeah.
throughout my 4 years.
Good. Yeah. Well, what's your major, or do you have one yet?
Um, I don't have a declared major, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking of majoring in a program at Penn called PPE,
Oh,
which
cool.
is politics, philosophy, and
Oh,
economics.
wow, nice.
Yeah,
That'll be
so I'm
good.
hoping.
That's gonna be a lot, but you think you'll be able to juggle that
Yeah,
and softball and
and
everything?
yeah, for that we do like you can pick a different concentration kind of, so to
Yeah.
make it your own.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, so I mean, I know it's been kind of weird with COVID, but so far, what has been your um, favorite part about being a student athlete?
Yeah, so we're not able to do a lot with athletics right now
Yeah.
just because Penn specifically isn't on campus.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been definitely more of a student emphasized athlete right now.
Yeah.
But we have like our team Zoom calls and
Oh, good. Okay.
our team meetings, our team workouts on Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really have liked that. Like I can text any of the girls on the team, even though I might not have met all of them in
Mm-hmm.
person yet,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll be so genuine and like wanting to help.
That's
So that's
awesome.
been my favorite part so far.
Yeah, that's really good to have within a team, especially right now, because you're
Yeah.
probably feeling a little bit lost at times. Um,
Yeah.
so, what have you? Obviously, you're doing the team workouts, but what else have you kind of been doing to keep up with everything?
Yeah, so I train at like one place for like lifting and speed
Mm-hmm.
and agility and that
Mm-hmm.
kind of stuff. I'm sure you'll see on Instagram
Yeah,
takeover today. But aside from I do that 6 days a week.
nice.
And then I like to like work out, like do small little like Peloton workouts or like runs at my house
Mm-hmm.
also.
Awesome.
And then softball wise, when it was warm out, I would go to the field and like I have limited resources right now, so I would bring my brother who plays baseball to
Nice.
throw front toss to me or have a catch and that kind of thing. And then now that it's getting colder out, we go to a hitting cage that we run out and
Nice.
we go there. We try to go as much as we can.
Nice. That's awesome. It's good that you have that to just keep yourself warm.
For sure.
So, what are your kind of next steps for a team? What are you do you know anything about going back or anything like that?
Yep. So as of right now, our plan is to go back in January, like most of the other colleges are, and I seem pretty confident about that. So hopefully that will still happen. And then right now, the Ivy League is still planning on having a season. We don't know. We have a schedule, but we're not sure what the actual schedule will look like. If we'll still play. We usually play 2 games on Saturday, 1 game on Sunday against the same team for a 3-game series.
Nice.
We're not sure if that'll happen, if we're going to be able to stay overnight places.
Yeah.
But right now we're just looking to hoping to play like game, whatever it takes.
I know. I hope so. It's kind of ridiculous right now. But all right. Do you have any personal goals that you've set for yourself, either like over this break or just in general this year?
Well, one of my main things when I knew I wasn't going back to campus was to find a place to train, and I did that. And now I've seen myself get stronger, and so just like continuing to get stronger. And one of the big things for me that helps me is consistency. So like always going and knowing like I have to put in the work. And then hitting wise, it's not as set because for the place I train, I have to like book the times I want to go with COVID. And this place that I go, there's not many people that go, and so it's not as you don't set the time, you kind of just go. And so holding myself accountable for that has been a big thing for me.
Good. Yeah, that's a really good goal, and it's nice that you're actually keeping up with it. That's really impressive. So lastly, do you have any advice for people either in the recruiting process or people who want to play a sport in college? Anything you wish you did, wish you had known?
I would just say to put yourself out there, because like one of the big things for me is showing interest. Like if I didn't show Penn that I was interested, there might be someone who's like just as good as me who is showing that they're interested and want to be at the school. And coaches want to see that like you want to go to their school. They don't want to have to be an advertisement for you to come. They want someone who wants to be there. So I'd say really research and like know where you want to go, and then when you're reaching out, make it known that you want to be there, and it'll be a huge thing for them.
Definitely. Yeah, that's great advice. Awesome. I mean, do you have any questions for me? I don't know if you would, but if you have any.
No, this is awesome.
Yeah, no, thanks for doing the takeover. It's looking great. So to everybody watching this right now, Katie will be continuing her story takeover throughout the rest of the day. And if you have any questions to ask her, feel free. Katie, again, thanks for doing this.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for doing all this, obviously. And looking forward to watching the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Cool, thank you. Bye.
Bye.